It was just so weird. Like I was just playing, all of a sudden I felt a pop.
That's crazy.
And I have the box somewhere because I know I've got the insurance for it. I want to say I did because I'm heavy-handed. I go through these things like at least one or two a year.
Yeah, I think I am a bit too, but still, I mean, they should know us gamers are hard on our controllers.
This and them freaking they're expensive, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's $60 a pop or $50 a pop, whichever you want. And if you want the pros, that's even more.
Yeah, that's too expensive.
Uh, that's the life of a gamer for you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're like competition, right? You're getting your money out of it, or you really enjoy it that much. I don't judge. I just know me. Like if I get an elite, I'm gonna go through it. I'll probably break it in a year.
Dude, I think I'm on my third Elite controller. In all honesty,
See, and all mine have been like either the regular black ones, or I buy some of the color ones. Like I had this one, the light blue one, the red one, the camo one.
Yeah, if I wasn't recording right now, I'd go grab mine. Mine is in it's in horrible shape. The rubber is all coming off on the bottom.
Gotcha.
I need to take it back to Best Buy, but before all this went down with COVID, they didn't have any in stock. So I'm like, all right, that's fun.
They don't have anything like game. When I went to GameStop the other day to pick up some pops, like I just stood outside waiting for it to clear out. Went in there and picked them up, and they had like nothing, no switches, no controllers. Um, most of their used games were like gone. They sold out of Division Two, pre-owned.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even find even the new one anymore. The new Elite.
And they're out of like everything.
You
Headphones, like most of their headphones were gone. Like there's like just nothing technology wise.
Well, what I find funny is Brooke's mom was gonna get her a bike for Christmas, or not Christmas, Easter, and I guess they've been everywhere has been like sold out of bikes.
Yep.
I mean,
Our Walmart here is empty, has zero.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, people are just they had to keep them kids busy. The basketball courts too for like outside. I was thinking about getting one, and I looked gone, all of them, even the little kid ones, all gone. Just parents went crazy trying to keep the kids busy.
Yeah, and then the whole toilet paper issue. I still don't understand that.
I'm telling you, man, it's easy to manipulate the masses.
I'm just thinking we don't have a toilet issue. I don't understand. The first thing people go to buy is toilet paper.
You know what my thing is? I believe a lot of this stuff, just like those stupid like kids eating Tide, like the pods and like all those things. I think it's like 2 people or 3 people do it, but it gets shared on Facebook and it gets like blown out of proportion. So it creates like this narrative, right, that people start believing. So they're like, wait a minute, maybe I should go get toilet paper because I saw on Facebook everybody's getting, and it just turns into a thing without it never really being a thing.
Exactly.
It's just like with the kids eating, all these millennials are eating like these the laundry pods. I'm like, I bet you it was like 4 kids that did it on Vine, and all of a sudden now it's every single kid this generation's eating. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. You can't overgeneralize on everything. Like you can't put it doesn't work that way.
Exactly. So welcome to the Nerd and Geek podcast, or should I say the Nerd and Geek section podcast? I always forget the section part. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here with George. I'm Mase. Yeah, we're just chatting, I think, today. I know George and I, we've kind of texted each other about a couple things, and I kind of like a lot of what he suggested. So we're just probably gonna go and touch a couple things off of what you texted me. So
Sounds like a plan.
yeah. So the one I really want to get to, which you brought, it's on here, but I guess when I read it, I wasn't 100% like what, but calling.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's a video game, and it was actually had an interesting premise compared to. It's got that Fortnite,
PUBG.
PUBG kind of
Yeah,
thing where everything comes to a center and then you battle it out. But this was a little different than any other game, at least when it started out. Um, I mean, if I remember right, the premise is, I mean, you start out with nothing, like literally nothing, and it's a lot more realistic than Fortnite and PUBG. Your weapons would be like if you could find like rocks and sticks, and then it kind of vamps up from there. You might find a handgun or something like that, but for the most part, it's a pretty basic premise for, I don't even know what type of game
battle
Fortnite really
royale.
is anymore.
Like battle royale, I guess is that
Yeah.
category.
I mean, Fortnite's turning more into a video showcase than it is an actual game anymore.
Yeah, I think that's all the battle royale like genre, like Warzone, all these games. Like I said, I've never heard of it. I just watch, YouTube videos and random things staying up to gaming news.
Yeah.
Mostly because I just really, I do research on some of like the loot boxes and stuff like that. So I try to stay up to date. And I just happened to watch a video with on Young Yes channel about this game, and when I saw this mod, I was like, I just thought it was a joke. Like, this couldn't be serious.
Yeah.
This is a legitimate like monetization scheme that they came out with, where you basically pay to play the game, and then you pay for like matches, like almost like an arcade. Like,
Yeah.
like you're almost putting in quarters to play.
From what I got, and I didn't read too much into it because something came up and I got busy. But it seems like the first game you could play is for free.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it's like $6 or something like that. After that,
So the way it has explained here is will cost $6 when it relaunches, unless you had it previously, and then it requires you to purchase match tokens. So 3 tokens for $1, 10 for $3, 20 for $5. And then there's a unlimited play option, which is where you pay like $6 a month or something like that. I don't know. It just makes no sense. And then they came back and said that they have no regrets about this, but they're gonna make it 10 free matches a day. That's how I don't.
Okay, if that's something you believe in and want to do, why would you waver on that?
Well, the issue is, from what I saw from Young Yes video and his breakdown of the different articles and stuff, and he's, it's a good source because he gives you like the links and all that. And from what it sounds like, from when he got interviewed, the developer, he just doesn't really believe in his game. He's kind of like, oh, we don't expect that many people to play it, so we're monetizing it this way to be able to upkeep. I don't know, like the fact that
That
you launch a game and don't even trust your own game, you shouldn't even come out with it then.
yeah,
It's gonna pay for itself. If the game is good, it pays for itself. But yeah, I mean, I'm all about like, I worry when I see these trends because I feel like the mobile game mechanic is gonna come more and more and more into like the Xbox and PC and the consoles. We're gonna see like even Warzone. It's gonna be a free game. Oh, it's awesome with all kinds of really crappy monetization, like and loot boxes and just predatory stuff.
I feel like whatever we talk about, there's always a way to bring Destiny into this. And
Every time.
and I still remember the first time Bungie was like, okay, we're going to start you could buy cosmetic stuff, dances, stuff like that. And back in Destiny 1. I don't know if you were still playing then. This was closer to like Rise of Iron, I think.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I stopped at Taken King.
So they started doing this, and the community, we didn't like it, but it wasn't a pay to play.
Gotcha.
Okay. And we were buying. I remember the first thing I bought was that Michael Jackson Thriller dance. To me, that was the one thing that I ever thought, even to this day.
Yeah.
Well, besides the It dance, I really like that It the Clown dance.
Yeah, no, those are pretty. That's an iconic emo. Both of those are pretty classic.
Yeah, so I didn't mind paying for those, but Bungie went too far with it, and now they're finally admitting to it. Supposedly, they're not getting rid of it totally, but they're definitely backing away from it a bit. But it's one thing if you're going to do cosmetics, but we're talking about, originally it's close to $6 to play this game a day.
Yeah.
And first off, the game's fun to watch other streamers play, but it really was more for, at least on my side, the comedic aspect of the streamer than the
it was
actual
more
gameplay.
Yeah, it's the full entertainment, the full package of the streamer playing it, and it's just a game. Yeah.
Because that game can put you in some interesting situations versus like Fortnite, where you might have like the gold tier machine gun or whatever, all gold stuff, but the person you're going up against could just outwit you. This, it's like you have a rock and you're trying to win. So it was more of the comedic standpoint, but a lot of those streamers, they don't play this game.
Yeah, it has like no fan base. Yeah, like that whole video shows you like just the way the developer talked about it. It's just
no, I agree with you.
Yeah, that one was a bad one. And again, the only reason I wanted to talk about it was just, again, we have to keep an eye on this because it's getting, Star Wars Battlefront 2, right, was the face that kind of started a lot of this. People paying more attention to it, and it ultimately there's nothing wrong with microtransactions. I think when we have these games that are keeping us we spend $60 and it's keeping us busy for 6, 8, 10 months. I'm okay with it having microtransactions to, like, for those that really like it, to keep the game going. But if your game's good, I have no issue supporting it.
Right.
But don't be predatory. That's the issue. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
Like, and give people alternatives where if you can't afford to put money into it, and you can still get it, but through this heavy grinding or whatever it might be.
Right.
So like I said, you just got to do it right. Just don't be predatory.
Yeah. It's kind of when Bungie put in that tier system, that loot based system that Fortnite had.
Yeah.
But if you buy it, you can get the gun right away, or you can grind and get it at rank 30. That's when the pay to play started to happen. No matter what Bungie wants to think. I mean, in all honesty, none of those exotics really amounted to too much, but it's still a pay to play.
Yeah, no, it's still an advantage in a sense. You still got a gun before someone else did.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it's still, it's not pay to play in the sense like you're not playing to actually win, but you're paying to have an advantage.
Exactly.
That's not cosmetic only. That's not a skin. I have no issue with skins, but even with skins, you got to be careful, right? Because again, they try to play with the gambling of, and they're slick the way they do it. So they'll sell you, a skin for like 1,200 tokens, for example, but it cost $9.99, only gets you 10. So you technically have to spend like 15, but you're only gonna really use like $12 of it.
Yep.
Like that's how they get you, man. It's like I just keep an eye on that stuff. Again, it is ultimately the individual's responsibility, right, to be responsible. But
Yeah.
it's like anything else. If they're doing shitty business to just get people and
Yeah.
and basically going on the psychology and gambling, it's wrong.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
kids get influenced by this.
it's like, gosh, I really keep bringing Destiny into this. But it's like, when let's say the Recluse, for example. I didn't get mined in competition. For those who don't know, like, what when I say comp means competition. I didn't mind in comp, or PvP in general. If I got killed by the Recluse, that was fine by me.
They earned it.
That's a hard gun to get, and I applaud the person to get it.
Exactly. No, it's
Um,
like I hated it, but you earned it. I had
right,
I was not upset with you in any way, shape, or form.
right. That is the perfect way to present a gun or a weapon or something into a game.
Yep.
Not on a tier system where, if now granted, this came with our season pass. So if you bought the season pass,
Yeah.
you pretty much got this, but not everybody buys the season pass.
Yep.
And in all honesty, those who didn't, I think, fared much better these past seasons, because these past seasons have been trash.
Terrible. Yeah. I basically wasted my money.
Yeah. So, but to earn the weapon in these type of games, especially like these MMORPGs, where you basically live with your character, and you grow up with this character, and you earn stuff for this character. Not, okay, I'm buying this just so I can have an advantage.
Exactly.
And I really hope, I don't think the gaming community is going to go that route. The monetization, I think, has gone down a bit. Fortnite, to me, is the only game I think should be allowed to do it, just because it's free. I think if you pay for a game, I guess I'm old school this way, you should get the game.
You should get the game 100%.
But Fortnite's a free game. Now, I think they're a little overpriced in a $20 skin, or a character, but that you're playing a free game, so why not? But for games like Destiny and all that, I think you should pay for the content. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Same thing. Yeah. Like the Madden team and the FIFA team and the whatever team, like Ultimate Team or whatever they call it, where people are in 2K and all these different.
Yeah.
It's bad, man. I mean, there's cases of kids, because sometimes, again, it's easy to blame parents, right? But like sometimes parents work all day. Their kids like, oh, I want to buy this game or this DLC. They put the card in the Xbox or whatever it is. Pay. They don't know that the card is already registered. The kid,
Yep.
There's kids spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 trying to unlock Messi and certain characters in these sports games. It's bad, man.
Yeah, I have a friend. Haven't talked to him in ages, but he worked for the call center at EA in Texas, and some of the calls he got were from like kids saying, well, I didn't get this card, I want a refund. And what they're finding out is they use their parents' cards and are trying to get, make it so that it didn't happen. And some of the conversations he told me he had with just kids, and let alone parents, trying to get their money back from what their kid did. It's
crazy, dude.
It's nuts.
And again, we can blame parents, and yes, there is some responsibility. Of course there is, but these companies are taking advantage of this stuff, man. And these
Oh
rating
yeah,
boards, don't even rate these games accurately. They'll have straight gambling mechanics, but not put it, in their game. And
yeah,
but the same people that run the ESRB and the ratings board are these same owners of these CEOs of game companies. So
yeah. I
it's
mean, in every single, like, my Nintendo Switch, Xbox, I have my, credit card information on it, and Evan has had his gamer tag for, I think, ever since he was either 8 or 9, and then Brooklyn is attached to mine as well. So either one of those two could you know easily use it to buy
yeah,
whatever they want, but they don't. They know
exactly.
they know that they'll get beat up if they do.
But
you know
what if you weren't a gamer though? What if you had no clue how those systems worked?
right.
And that's where, again, I'm not saying it's an excuse.
Yeah.
Parents should still be paying attention and try to understand. I still agree with that part, but we need to, if we're gonna sit there and blame parents, we also need to put that equal
Hmm.
responsibility on the companies that are.
Yeah, not every parent knows to
Yeah,
be
like
like, oh, I need to double authenticate the account.
exactly.
you
And it's just
know
some parents just don't know technology, and I see it all the time.
hmm
It's not really their fault. It's ignorance, but not like on purpose. It's just them
Well,
don't know.
I've seen, how far Xbox Live has come since the beginning,
Yeah.
and they're implementing things now that I didn't even realize even a year ago. And I've been with Xbox since the beginning. So, it, like you said, the it is the parent, um how can I put it? They should be responsible, but not everything is out there plain in sight.
And that's the
And
thing.
yeah,
It's not, and then the ratings on the games aren't really accurate.
no,
Nothing says a gambling mechanics or uh my predatory microtransactions in the back. It'll just say in-game purchases.
right,
That's all it says. So parents don't know. It's like, because you got parents that are trying to be like, okay, look, I'm not trying to get my 6-year-old Grand Theft Auto. Like some parents do pay attention, but they try.
yeah,
But and so they get them the game. They see the game safe. Like they also have to look out for the. It's sad that parents have to be that involved. Like, all right, let me see you log into this game. Let me see what kind of storefront it has. Like it's gotten to that point. That says something. That within itself means that it's gotten pretty bad. I
yeah,
mean, even some of the apps I got from my son for the iPad. I paid for them to get rid of all the ads and all that stuff, and it'll still have add on for $2.99, and it has it on and buttons that he hits.
yeah,
I'm like, that's so bad, man.
yeah. I still remember, I still remember letting Brooklyn have my iPad, and what was it? Somehow she got into Amazon, added a couple things to the cart, and luckily I had like the secure, where I had to put my like security number or password in, or some, it was something at the time,
Gotcha.
and which prevented her from buying something, and so yeah, it's
You could just you tap place order, confirm, and you're done.
yeah,
Just like that, you can drop hundreds of dollars. It's not that hard.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's we have to be careful. Like, yeah, it's easy to blame the parents, but
No,
it takes two
I
two
I
seconds.
agree. I
Two
agree.
seconds. So yeah, the calling, man. That's basically, long story short, really bad monetization scheme.
That's horrible.
Terrible.
So, um, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking Skyrim grandma.
Have you seen that?
Oh wait, yeah, now I know what you're talking about. I had to say it in my head.
Yeah.
She's been bullied.
So okay, so I guess there's been multiple stories that originally came out she was bullied. Then she came out saying that it really wasn't that she was bullied, but it was just kind of like she just got sick of negativity in her comments
Yeah,
or telling her how to play. She's like, I've been playing this for years. Like, I like to role play. I don't like just beating the game type stuff. Like,
yeah. See,
but
that's
I
how my
just,
dad plays.
yeah, see, but the thing is, I didn't even, I know who she was. I learned all about her whole. They put her in the new game, and they're gonna use her as an NPC, I guess, in the new
Yeah.
Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. Or I
Well,
don't. I never played any of those games.
yeah.
Never played them.
What is it? I played Skyrim. I didn't play the one before that. Evan's been playing that as of late. Well, I don't know if he still is, but
I heard they're fun. Like they're like just
yeah.
RPG. Like do whatever you want.
Skyrim is a lot of fun. But the problem is it can get like daunting, or like it could be almost overwhelming because of how big the game is and
Gotcha.
the scope of it. Um I don't think I ever finished Skyrim, but I put in at like 40 or 50 hours in it. That's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, and I never played it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any RPG, well, any good RPG where, you don't necessarily have to do the main mission all the time.
Yeah,
With Skyrim, there's just so many side quests, it's unreal. So you can get very, very sidetracked. And that always happened to me. Because
that's
then,
me. See, I side quest games are the worst for me, bro.
see, it's like I'll start doing the side quests, and then I'll forget about what I'm supposed to do. And it's like, even if you go into, say, like some kind of log or, quest that you're on, and it'll be like, oh, you need to go here. It's like, Google, and and try to bring up a map of where you're supposed to go next. So I like I said, it's a great game, but man,
Yeah,
you can get sidetracked easily. But yeah, poor Skyrim grandma.
yeah. I just thought it was interesting to talk about. I guess she's popular, but she just got fed up with just people, man.
See, I don't blame her either.
It's just people. It's just people, man. Internet turns people into just you're anonymous, man. You could just be whoever you want. You could
Yeah.
be whatever character you want to play that day on the internet. So it's the world of the internet.
Yeah.
What else we have here on this list?
Well, you have DC question mark.
I know you want to talk about
Oh,
the
the
new
the
stuff. I'm not.
Snyder.
That's all you, but you can kind of teach me a little bit about that. I'm not sure.
Okay. So everything. So okay, let's start back with Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, the Dark Knight was the high point of it, with Heath Ledger as Joker. So, then obviously we know that he passed away, before the movie even came out. And Christopher Nolan never really got to make his third entry how he
Yeah.
wanted. The rumor was Joker goes to jail, and the Gotham hires oh my gosh, I'm blanking. His evil name is the Riddler. But I can't
Yeah.
remember his Edward Nigma.
Enigma. I was gonna say Enigma. Yep.
They but like, I think Joker gets loose or something, and then they end up hiring Nigma, because now, Batman, he on this part he's like kind of a vigilante, kind of like how he is in the third one.
Okay.
Or no, second one. Yeah, because it was two. Yeah, second one, because Batman's wanted and everything. They want to hire Edward Nigma to capture Batman. And in the midst of this, Joker is trying to be put into, jail, all this and that. So it was supposed to be this big thing where, find out, Edward Nigma, bad guy, gets Joker out, all hell breaks loose on Gotham. Batman now has to, deal with everything. That was supposed to be the third one, according to rumors. But instead, Heath Ledger passes away. Can't really do that.
Yeah.
So we end up with the third one. So coming later, they asked Christopher Nolan if he wants to reboot everything. He passes it up. So they get Zack Snyder to start with Superman, Man of Steel. So Man of Steel, success. It did really well. Everybody liked Henry Cavill as Superman. So comes the sequel. Now it's Batman versus Superman. Some people are on edge. Like, is this really a true sequel to Superman? Because now you got Batman in the mix.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're throwing Wonder Woman in, and then you got Doomsday, who really isn't Doomsday from the comics. And so the theatrical cut was a mess.
Gotcha.
Okay. Zack Snyder did it, and so mixed reviews. Well, Zack Snyder brings out his full vision of it, and it's more cohesive. It makes more sense to the story. Okay. That, at least that's how I feel. To me, I thought the theatrical version was horrible, and then I watched his cut, and things that didn't make sense in the theatrical finally make sense.
Okay.
So, Justice League gets announced, and everybody is kind of like, okay. Don't know how I feel. Zack Snyder's doing it again. And, Batman versus Superman was okay. Can he really do better? So, well, his daughter ends up committing suicide, and he has to back away from the project. All right. So they bring in, and I always forget his name. Let me do a quick search. He was part of Marvel for a long while. Justice League. Why am I? Joss Whedon. That's it.
Okay.
Did Firefly. Did a lot of cool stuff. So everybody was pretty optimistic. Everyone's like, okay, he's done really good. He knows comic books. Well, it ends up being a train wreck because he basically took about, the rumor is, at least last I heard, it was 2/3 of the movie, because Zack Snyder had it pretty much done. He has a 4-hour cut of this movie, and he took about either 2/3 or 3/4 of it, threw it out, just completely just gutted the movie. And so he ended up making his version instead of Zack Snyder's version. Well, it ends up, I don't mind the movie. I don't think it's terrible, but it definitely could be better.
I haven't seen it, but I haven't heard it was great either.
At first, I'm going to back up a little bit. When I heard Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, I was like, no, please, God, no. But I really do think he this is a different Batman than Christian Bale's version. The younger, more sleek, party boy version. We're getting older, grayer Batman. The one that's just literally had it with society and just doesn't give a crap anymore. So, and he in Batman versus Superman, he feels responsible for what happens to Superman. So come to Justice League, he feels that he needs to build this team up to fill the void for Superman, because he knows something is coming. So I end up really liking Ben Affleck's version of Batman. I really do. But the cut that Joss Whedon ended up putting out, it didn't make sense after Batman versus Superman.
Gotcha. So it didn't kind of go through with the...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, Batman in Batman versus Superman, he was a badass, flat out
I
badass.
haven't seen it, but I heard mixed about that one too.
Like I said, if you're going to watch it, don't watch the theatrical cut. Don't
Okay.
watch the extended or directors or whatever cut, the
Gotcha.
longer cut. It's good. I think the fight scenes in it, let alone, kind of do it justice.
Okay.
There's a scene at the end with Batman that is, I love it. He's brutal. But so ever since this cut, Joss Whedon's cut has been finished and done, everybody has been wanting the Snyder cut, because the rumor was he had proposed to Warner Brothers a 4-hour cut, and before everything went down, and they said no, you had to trim it down because we can't show a 4-hour movie in a movie theater. I can understand that.
No, you can.
Because the movie theaters aren't going to make any profit off of a
That's
4-hour
true.
movie,
Yeah,
you
that's true.
know?
I could already see
So,
how Star Wars pushes that every time.
yeah. So, it's like, okay, are we going to bring in a movie that's like a rom-com, girly flick that's at, pushing an hour and 30 versus, a blockbuster, 4-hour movie when you can only show it probably max 4 times a day,
Yeah.
you know? But so what was it? They were showing either, I think it was Man of Steel about a week or so ago. Zack Snyder was showing it, and that's where he revealed that he was going to bring out the Snyder cut on HBO Max. Now, what that will entail, we don't know. HBO is giving Snyder at least $30 million to finish this.
Okay.
That's a huge chunk of change. Don't know, since it's 4 hours, if it's going to be like an episodic, maybe.
That's one way
Um,
to do it.
I would think so. But it's going to be interesting going on from all of this, because the main reason why I wanted to talk about all this, trying to get from one spot to now here, is because of the Snyder cut. Almost every director now wants to bring their own cut out of a movie. The person, I can't remember the person who did Suicide Squad, they want to bring their own cut out. And it was also announced the other day, the person who did the reboot of Ghostbusters, the all-female cast,
Yeah.
he wants to bring out his cut as well.
I wonder, like, just out of curiosity, how many of these movies might actually be good if we get those cuts. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I think the Snyder cut is so, in a way, so important to see what happens. Because are we going to get that original 4 hours, or are there going to be reshoots? I mean, he already knows what doesn't work.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So he has a template of what can work. It's a matter of if he's going to continue with this 4-hour cut, which I have heard in the past, it's not too much better than what we got.
Ooh, that's true. That could be. Yeah,
The only difference is Darkseid is supposed to be in it more than Steppenwolf.
Okay.
Steppenwolf ended up being the major bad guy in Justice League when it should have been Darkseid, according to Batman versus Superman. And Zack Snyder has said Darkseid is the main villain in Justice League. So he's already listening to the fans, because no one likes Steppenwolf. They should not have had to bring all these Justice League characters just to take on Steppenwolf.
Yeah, that it could have just been a side character, not a main.
Yeah.
villain.
I mean,
Gotcha.
Flash could have easily taken him down.
Gotcha.
So it's I think the Snyder cut, honestly, if you want to throw blame at something for the Snyder cut, you kind of have to go back to what happened with Sonic the Hedgehog
Mm.
and how fans reacted to how Sonic looked beforehand. And now now because, they listened to the fans, the movie did really well,
Yep.
and it's getting a sequel now.
I heard it wasn't bad. I haven't seen it, but I heard it wasn't bad.
I liked it.
That's what I heard. I
I
mean,
liked
yeah,
it.
my buddy said it's not like you don't leave the movie theater and say, "Bro, you have to see this movie like tomorrow." But he said he liked it. He enjoyed it.
Yeah. To me, it's a summer movie.
He was like, "Bro, it's like a good 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Couple good laughs. Not bad."
It's got the good feel good stuff.
Yeah.
You end up, to me at least, you end up in the end of the movie liking the characters.
They did right as a company for listening, because people bought tickets just because they're like, you know what, they did right by us. Least we could do is buy a ticket.
Right. So
Goodwill, man. That's all it takes.
exactly. And I think at that point, anybody was going to go see it regardless because they want to,
Yeah, it's like this company listened.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to support that.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but also here's another interesting reason. This is what some people have a theory about why the Snyder cut is going to be relevant. So I just finished watching The Flash, the TV series.
Yeah.
And they had Crisis on Infinite Earths, where they do over the multiple different DC TV shows. That opened up a way for Zack Snyder to have his Justice League movie.
Gotcha.
They had the Barry Allen / The Flash from, Justice League. He was actually on the TV show. So it opened up a reason for that Justice League movie to change.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that both movies can exist. It's just because of what happened on a TV show, in a way, allowed Zack Snyder's cut to make sense.
Okay, with the whole Flash and time travel type stuff?
Gotcha. Basically, a blunt way of putting it, all the versions converged into one.
Okay.
So, like, Supergirl used to be on a different Earth. Now Supergirl is on the same Earth as everyone on the TV show. And now the Barry Allen that is different from this Flash is now separate as well, which means everything with the Justice League.
Okay.
Basically, anything that was the same within the universe converged into one.
Okay.
But there's still the separate Earths, from what I understand.
So they can kind of take it wherever they want.
Exactly.
And justify it without being too too outlandish.
It's I asked my mom if she was going to watch The Flash this past season, because she started watching it, but she had to have me come in and explain quite a bit.
Gotcha.
But she's like, no, I give up. With all this time travel, different Earths, things changing, she's like, I can't take it.
Yeah, that's what I haven't watched it yet. I just suck at watching TV shows, man. That's just I watch 1 or 2 episodes and I'm done.
Yeah. See, nowadays, unless it's a really good show, I have to binge watch it, or I'll forget stuff.
I haven't had the time, man. Once I graduate, maybe. Oh man, but no, I mean, I'm interested to see what that's all about. I'm gonna have to definitely check out those movies. I've seen Man of Steel, and I've seen like the first bit, maybe 30 minutes of Batman vs Superman, but never finished it. So I definitely have to check out those movies prior, right? Just so I can kind of see what the difference.
Yeah, I mean, technically,
and see Justice League and see what the new one is gonna be.
Yeah, if you can watch Wonder Woman, I believe whenever you
I did
want.
see that one. I saw Wonder Woman.
Okay. I
And I saw
don't.
Aquaman.
I like the
I don't
Aquaman.
care what nobody says. I love that movie.
Oh,
Not like
that
9 out of 10.
surprised me.
That's my 9 out of 10.
But
I love that
also,
movie.
then again, the director for it, and I think he even helped write it. Oh, what? Why am I can't remember his name. Um, he was the original one of the original writers for Saw.
Oh, okay.
And has done a lot of like the horror movies as of late. So when he did Aquaman, I'm like, okay,
That's different.
I'm going James Wan. I was like, I'll just check this out just because I like him as a director because I don't care what people say. I love the Saw franchise even after he kind of left it. But yeah, that because I was always one of those like Aquaman, what are you gonna do? You're on land, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
my boy Aquaman.
so but he was one of the reasons why I like Justice League.
Yeah, no,
So
that movie was. I definitely saw that one. That was good.
so but as for I just know you gotta watch Batman versus Superman before Justice League.
Yeah, I definitely. No, I'm gonna check those out. I have the
HBO Max.
HBO Max too. So,
Yeah.
hopefully at the end of this semester, so like after July, like after I'm done, I'll have a month break where I'll just be work and I'm done. So I'll definitely use that time in the next month or so
Yeah.
and catch up.
But
Maybe use some of these weekends.
the first movie you got to watch though is Joker.
Yeah, I know, and it's sad. I have it on DVD and still. Just we always say yeah we'll watch it Saturday, and by the time we're done with the baby, it's already 2, and he has to take his nap, and
Yeah, I remember those days. I that's why I'm not hard on you.
I just get caught up, and then I'm like, bro, I just rather play my Xbox. If I'm not either do this with you or playing the Xbox, or I've been watching. What's the only other thing I've been watching? Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I got back into that. Oh
Yeah,
my
just because
gosh.
I forgot. I love watching that, and most of the time I just have that on the background playing. I've been playing my DS, bro. Pokemon Crystal,
That's
Pokemon
what you've
trading
been
card game.
saying.
I was playing Kirby Dreamland.
That was a good game.
What's the other one I got? I got Oricon of Time, but I haven't played it yet. But I downloaded it. I think that's
Man.
it. I think that's it. Yo, I would definitely want to get a Switch now because I forgot how fun Mario Party can be with like people at your house and like
Oh yeah.
Mario Party. Can you play Mario Party online?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, bro, man, we could have so much fun playing some Mario Party.
Like I said, I mean, just to list a couple of games. I mean, you got Smash, Mario Kart, Mario Party.
Splatoon.
I plan on I haven't told you this yet, but sometime this week we'll probably do a podcast with Brooke. She wants to talk about Splatoon.
Okay.
So I figure she's the best person to bring on.
I saw some videos on it. It looks fun. Like
It's stupid fun. It really is. It's
I tell you,
there's not too much to do.
my GameStop guy, gave the manager here. He's super cool with me. Like he'll call me and let me know when things are out for pre-order and things like that. But he's like, I asked him like, hey, you have any coming in? Or he's like, I have no clue. Like they're like none. They've been
Yeah.
out. I'm like, and then you look online, the same thing.
It's funny. Every time I go into Target, they have this whiteboard right at the entrance, like inside, and it will have stuff that they don't have stock in.
Like,
And
don't waste your time.
yeah,
I like that.
and top of the list, Switch.
Like
Every single time.
Turn around. Don't even waste your time. Don't waste any more air conditioning. You can leave.
Yeah, if you're here for a Switch.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like they're going. And I was gonna buy one. I was gonna get one for myself last Christmas. I was like, but I'm not gonna use it that much because I was working and doing my hours. So I was like, maybe later. I regret it now.
Yeah.
I regret it because I definitely want to get in there, play some Super Smash. I forgot how fun Super Smash Brothers is.
Oh, dude.
Like I like playing it for fun though. Like I was decent enough to like where I can hold my own, having some fun competitions, but I don't do like the no item,
yeah,
competitive. Like I like having fun with the game.
exactly.
I like throwing a Pokeball at your face and seeing what happens. Like, yeah.
The only problem with the new one is if you do multiplayer, you have to earn all the characters. So that's the only downfall of the new one. You have to play this story mode to get. You either have to do story mode or there's a couple other things where you can earn
well, I know
as well.
GameCube and Super and 64 were the same way though. You had to like earn Ness to, it's like I think you had to like beat every level without dying, or it had like different clauses, right, to unlock different characters.
Huh.
Yeah, there was different things you had to do to unlock certain characters, like Mr. Game and Watch, and some of those characters you had to do certain things.
It's been a while since I've played them.
Yeah,
I remember at least back in the day. I mean, Evan played more Smash than I did.
It was only a few though, but you basically had the full roster, and then there was like what 6-8 characters or something like that you unlock on the side and it was like Ness and
yeah, it ain't like that on this one.
Gotcha.
It took me a couple days. So to get, I think I have all of them now. I'm wanting to get on it just to see if I have them.
Yeah,
all.
I definitely want to get it. I definitely want to play some Mario Kart and some.
Yeah. See, Mario Kart is. Oh, I love Mario Kart.
Yeah, I was playing some on my DS too, but I forgot how annoying it is on a small little DS.
Yep.
Definitely not as fun, but yeah, man. Definitely need to get my hands on the Switch.
Yeah, you and thousands of other people as well.
I know, man.
Well, I knew we could do this just by shooting the breeze in a way.
Always, man. It's more natural that way. Why script it, right?
Exactly. We didn't even hit all the bullet points either.
No, got more stuff to talk about. We could do more stuff during the week.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, listening, whichever venue you decided to check us out at. With me is George. I'm Mase. This has been the Nerd and Geek Podcast section. Thank you guys for listening. We really do appreciate it.
Always.
Anything else you'd like to say, dude?
No, man. Thank you for listening, and look forward to the next one.
All right. Well, everybody, it seems like this is just going to be my phrase going out every single time. Stay safe and talk to you guys later. 一人じゃない夢の中へ GO 迷いながら Let it go
money.
Mm-hmm.